On Friday, a report surfaced at Deadline Hollywood claiming that a deal had been struck to start production on Space Jam 2, a sequel to the 1996 animated/live-action hybrid that featured Michael Jordan. This new Space Jam would star NBA superstar LeBron James. However, shortly after the report came out, ESPN and several other sources debunked the story, claiming that sources close to LeBron James said no such project existed. John, what did you make of all this Space Jam drama?
Well, we talked about it a little bit on Mailbag this weekend, but I mean, the whispers of a Space Jam 2 have been floating around for almost 2 years. A lot of people have been thinking, now that you have an undisputed king of the NBA like they did back in the 90s when Michael Jordan was playing, maybe it's time for Space Jam 2, and a lot of people were thinking LeBron James would do it. So this story broke early on Friday, I believe, shortly after we did AMC Movie Talk. And look, if you're going to do Space Jam 2, it makes sense that you get the greatest basketball player in the world to play. So it makes sense that LeBron James would be that guy. However, this is once again a situation where a news source got ahead of itself and reported this is happening, only to then have ESPN talk to LeBron James and it's like, not that I know of, it's not happening. So it is unfortunate. But I gotta tell you, when I heard about the story at first, I was interested. I mean, I'd be curious to see Return to the... I'd love to see another Roger Rabbit Space Jam, 2D animated with live-action hybrid film. I think we're ready for another one. Aaron, what do you think?
I'm ready for it. When I heard this news, I was so excited. I love the original Space Jam. I'd love to see an installment with LeBron James. I think it'd be fantastic. But the whole contradiction and the whole this isn't happening and people from his camp denying the rumors, I don't know if we'll ever see it happen at this point.
Yeah, I agree. Dennis?
Honestly, I don't really care about Space Jam. Space Jam 2, I didn't really care for the original. For me, the bigger story is about Deadline reporting this and it coming out to be false, because Deadline has been a pretty reliable source.
Pretty damn rock
Usually
solid,
when we get those cosmic news, whatever the hell, we're like, we take it with a grain of salt, we don't really believe it. But when someone like a Deadline reports something, we're like, oh, okay, this must be true. And now, I think it might be a concern if they start doing this more frequently, they might get put into the other tier of, oh, well, we'll just wait and see.
But everybody will make a mistake now and again. I think Deadline, I think you're right, has established themselves and earned their credibility. I think we can let one slide, but you're right. If it happens 2 or 3 more times in the next little while, then we're going to start going, what, even Deadline? Anyway.
Well, we don't know. Maybe Deadline was right, and they just weren't ready to release the information. But I'm with Dennis. I could care less about Space Jam 2. I hated the first Space Jam. I think it sucks. No one talks about it. It's a travesty in animation. Screw Space Jam 2. I don't want them to make
I like the first one. Although we should mention too, like this also could be a situation where perhaps Deadline's right, and this is a situation of, hey, is Benedict Cumberbatch going to be Khan in Star Trek? No. Well, it turns out that was wrong. So maybe LeBron's people denying it is just...
They've already filmed it.
Yeah, it's already done. It's in the can.
And it's all in the bag.
So, I mean, I got a feeling it's a not true story, but, we can't discount the possibility that maybe it's just misinformation from LeBron James's camp.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.